context that I need to like refresh myself on.
You and me both, Dan.
No, I was the one playing. Yours is excusable. I should know this.
Yeah, Dan, you should just remember this.
Yeah, why don't you study your Ace Attorney, man?
This one sounds like it needs some pressing.
Dan, more like Nad.
Nad? Excuse
Because
me.
it's like the opposite.
What's glittering red and offering up the scent of blood?
Do I have to spell it out for you? I mean the sight and smell of blood, of course.
Oh, that's what he meant.
And according to the test, the blood in the sword belongs to the victim. The sword was made to only be on stage, so it's not sharp. But it is pretty weighty. Weighty? What the heck? It is certainly heavy enough to beat someone to death.
He's not a native English speaker. He probably doesn't know weighty isn't a word. Anyway, that doesn't make sense because if there's blood in it, he was killed by he was bludgeoned to death, right?
Yeah. Which leads me to suspect that the victim was beaten to death with a sword.
That's not as okay. Beaten to death, huh? This last statement is too important to just let it slip by. Beside him was the ceiling covered in the victim's blood. I assume we can present this since this is a new statement, right?
There's another new statement.
What? What? Oh, right, this thing. Well, let's check this thing out. No. What about this
It was
thing?
bit to death with this.
It's a spear, remember? This thing is bent. Yeah. It's not supposed to be bent, but it looks like it was...
You know, I remember this because I lost points because I kept saying, yeah, he bent it over the head instead of, oh, it's crooked.
And the points went to me.
Yeah.
Mama boy. Let's try this.
Woo!
Objection. Taking his time. Do you know what this is, Agent Lang?
It's a long spear, right? We used those a lot in my country a long time ago. Piercing, mowing people down, spears are the weapon of the heroes throughout history.
It's the next most effective weapon after the whip.
Franziska, is it really an effective weapon? I think the whip...
No.
I think the whip is in a slightly different category. Oh, Edgeworth knows what's up.
So what's your point? Are you gonna tell me that the spear is the real weapon?
No, I simply want you to take a look at this section here.
The way it's bent.
Precisely. Apparently, a certain troublemaker hit it against a wall in this embassy earlier. And as you can clearly see, the insides of the steel samurai's weapons are hollow. In other words, they're replicas that aren't strong enough to deliver a damaging blow. Oh, Jesus Christ, excuse me.
What the frick? What the heck?
Are you okay?
Look, guys,
Are you gonna throw up?
I just had lunch. Let alone the multiple strikes necessary to bludgeon someone to death. And yet, there was not even a dent in the samurai's sword. How do you explain that?
It's kind of funny how Dats joined the minute you said there's not a dent.
Wait, Dad, why don't you take Lang? I'll take Larry, you take Lang.
Is there simple?
Oh yeah, the sword spear made of same stuff is very easy. But you wish they made them out of better stuff, because the spear got bent. I wasn't able to do my special early summer rain jab move. Man, I got such an earful from the director of the play for not doing it in the show.
The Steel Samurai's special move was changed tonight because of him?
No, the lore. The Steel Samurai lore is broken because of this guy.
Fuck you, Larry.
That's more than enough of a whiny whimpering.
Whip-ring.
Now, back to the topic of the spear.
Yes, let's return to the real topic of discussion. This is where the real gamble begins. I don't have a real strategy per se, so all I can do for now is let the chips fall where they may.
Using guesswork and taking risk in a place of real logic is hardly the Von Karma way. It's neither smart nor clever.
Miss Von Karma, as you know, unlike your father, I am not a genius prosecutor. Wow, self-deprecating. Plus, I doubt his record of a 40-year win streak will ever be broken. But perhaps...
Oh, did he just like, yo, you remember your dad is dead? Huh?
Wait, that was a subtle way of calling that out. God damn, Edgeworth. But perhaps it is for the best if it remains unbroken. For no one should have conceived of the notion to convict all defendants in the first place.
What a foolishly fool statement from a foolish fool who hates to lose. It's the job of a prosecutor to make sure that all defendants are found guilty in court. There is nothing more important in the world than a perfect victory.
Hold it! That may be your opinion. Your opinion is wrong. As a prosecutor, what I pursue is not the perfect victory, but the perfect truth. And if that means that the bridge I must cross will crumble... Is that a reference to Phoenix? Will crumble beneath my
Yeah, I
feet?
think it is.
Then let it crumble as I walk on towards the truth.
You're good at keeping me entertained, Mr. Prosecutor. But you know, humans are delicate creatures. The slightest bump and we expire. I'd like you to consider, if possible, the possibility that the sword was used in such a way that the attack killed the Mask too without bending it. So what do you think of my hypothetical scenario?
It's wrong.
I think you know what to do here, right? And what you need.
Of course. What I need is evidence even Agent Lang can't refute. This is it. It's time to bring this to a close. These two people have the most intense eyes in the entire series.
It's possible to use the samurai sword to kill someone. And under these circumstances, it's only the logical conclusion. There we go. We searched the embassy, top to bottom, but the victim's blood is only on that weapon. So isn't it only natural that suspicion would fall into the owner of said weapon?
How long do you intend to cling on to that preposterous theory?
As long as I want, because we examined every corner within the walls of this embassy. There's no stone we've left unturned. And we have managed to come up with only one logical conclusion. That the only place inside the embassy with the victim's blood on it is this sword.
Hold it. You left no stone unturned. Is that a fact?
No, because he didn't know about the fireplace.
He didn't.
If you got something to say, then say it in the only way I respect, Mr. Prosecutor.
Yes, of course. In that case, allow me to make it all crystal clear for you. Rebuttal.
You gotta press something here as well.
Oh, I'm tired of
Hey, guys,
pressing. Oh, hey, what's up?
What did I miss?
Bunch of stuff. We
What
want
did
you,
I miss?
we want you to take this character later, if that's all right. But like, we'll finish this segment first. Just gonna point out a bunch of contradictions. Let's see.
Just pick something.
Okay.
Oops.
Hold it. The only place where you could find blood was on the samurai sword.
Oh wait, who's taking this guy?
You wanna take it simple?
Am I taking it now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Even with luminol. Which means that there are no other possibilities outside of what I've already outlined.
Do I have a problem with Agent Lang's assertion that the samurai sword is the weapon? Yes, because there's always a problem. If you believe that there is no other door possibility left to open, then allow me to force one open for you. That sounds a bit sus, Edgeworth.
Oh,
And how do you plan to do that?
By showing you what may possibly be the real murder weapon.
Ah! The real murder weapon? I hate to repeat myself. But my men have already searched every last inch of this embassy. And they've concluded that nothing else could have been used as the weapon. Knowing these facts, do you still want to press forward with your little hypothesis?
Of course. Because it's not possible that your men inspected everything in their investigation.
What are you talking about? I don't appreciate mind games. And I don't appreciate it when people like you slander my men.
Hold it. I'm not slandering them, I assure you. I'm merely pointing out that their investigative dragnet has a few holes in it. Namely, that there is something your men couldn't even lay a finger on. And that item is the real murder weapon.
Alright then, I'll play along for now. This real weapon that killed the Mask... wait, how do I say that?
The Mask Dejokerade too.
The Mask...
The
2.
Joker.
The Mask
Okay.
2. We could stick to the Mask.
No, it's the Mask Dejokerade.
What exactly is it?
The real murder weapon, which not a single person has yet to touch, is this. Can't touch this.
Oh. The statue?
No, it's obviously the hot dogs, guys. Sythe was moved during murder.
The statue?
It's probably the statue. It was moved during the murder.
No one touched it.
No one touched it. Let's go.
And it has
you can't-
it's big enough.
Yeah, you
to
can't
hit
touch
someone over
it
the
because
head
they're not allowed to touch it since it's a national treasure,
with. Yeah.
right? So that gives them a good excuse not to touch it. Take that. The
Oh,
national
shit.
treasure of an alabaster.
You mean the primitive statue?
Yes, and as you know, only the ambassador and his secretariat may touch it. Which I believe means that neither you nor your men were able to examine it, correct?
Ah. You know very well that if we did that, there'd be an international incident. Between the Kingdom of Alabast and the Republic of Bahaba. The two countries' precarious relationships teeter in the balance over a stupid fight related to a sovereignty statue. But I'll be damned if I let something go unexamined.
Hold it! Agent Lang, if you could take a look at this. The direction the statue is facing just before and after the crime are different. And there is only one conclusion I can draw from that.
The statue has life.
It works!
There's a guy inside! No!
I believe that's still you. Simple.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I did that. Alright. Go look for Ambassador Alba and get him to give us the okay to examine the statue.
Shifu, you can't listen to this infidel's words. He's most definitely trying to trick you. Shifu, please, let's be rational about this.
He's roaring at them. It's like, oh.
Langzy says, just go already.
Yes, sir.
I'm Batman!
Oh, just to
Batman.
fill you guys, we have Joker, we have Batman, we have
Some
know who
samurai
else, yeah.
fucking cyborg dude.
yeah.
Shifu,
Yeah.
I'm really sorry, sir, but I was unable to convince the ambassador. I was unable to obtain permission for us to examine the Primiduck statue.
I see.
Wait, but then the investigation is still still hold. Stand still.
Stands
Yeah.
Yeah, stand still.
Agent Long, I will go and speak with the ambassador personally.
By that
And
she
get
means
with
she's
him a
gonna
bit.
whip him to death.
Yes.
He's already
Save your
old.
breath. He may act all weak and frail, but that old man's one tough cookie.
Well, we'll see about that.
But I guess you've got to be tough when you're representing a whole country, you know?
Yes, I would know.
Agent Lang,
What do you want? Let's just hurry up and examine the statue already.
but Shifu, what about causing an international incident?
Quiet! I'll take the fall if I have to later.
Hold it, Agent Lang. The hypothesis is mine, so if someone is to take the responsibility, let it be me.
Responsibility? If we're going to talk in such heavy terms, maybe I should let you... It'd be a real problem for my men if something were to happen to me. Alright then. And less talk and more investigating.
Watch that MIB guy is gonna rent us out.
Yeah, he's gonna fucking snitch. Yeah, look at whips if he does.
Where's
Even-
Kay?
Where's what? Okay. No, isn't Kay in the other building?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she left my gumshoe.
Yeah.
Yeah, this segment's almost done.
We'll meet Kay again. If we want to know the truth, we can't stop here. Action must be taken. Agent Lang, I'd like to run a luminal... What the fuck is that word?
Okay, let me try. Chemiluminescence.
Chemiluminescence. I think that's how it's pronounced.
Chemilumin.
I'd like to run a
Chemiluminescence.
luminal chemiluminescence test on the statue.
A luminal test? Ah, good thinking. If the statue is the murderer weapon, then some of the victim's blood should be on it. Okay, let's get the forensics team in here.
Oh, it's me. I can't come back, guys.
Oh,
Oh no.
Looks like you hit the jackpot, Mr. Prosecutor. I guess this means that this is the real weapon that killed Damask 2.
Indeed.
But I wouldn't celebrate yet if I were you. This doesn't let your friend off the hook.
What the frick?
It doesn't prove that he didn't kill Damask 2, so the charge remains.
We are hardly done examining the statue, Agent Lang. Knowing that it is the real weapon, I believe further examination is required.
Huh, you think so? Okay then, knock yourself out.
Objection! Larry's too lazy to do that.
Spin! Oh!
Oh, I
tab
What
out.
do
We can see
have
it, Daniel,
here?
by the way.
This
Tab
dirty
out, we can see
smudge. It
Wait,
looks
what?
like a handprint.
Your lines.
Sounds so sinister. I love it.
What a definitive bit of evidence. Like you doing under here. Looks like we've got some fingerprints to analyze.
Yeah. Worst case scenario, these prints belong to Larry. But it looks...
No!
Okay, theory. There are black handprints because they came from the fireplace, which has charcoal in it and everything. You know what I mean? But it looks like it's too late for me to do anything about that now. Alright.
just because you're used to racism
Hey,
doesn't mean you have to
forensics
dig
guy.
into it.
I want results on these fingerprints ASAP, you hear me?
Agent Lang, I have to analyze the results, sir.
Good. And?
Sir, about the prints, we lifted them from the bottom of the statue. Well, you know the victims of the murders, the Babla embassy? The prints belong to him, to Mr. Manikuchi-man, sir.
But that's...
Oh no.
What's going on around
Oh,
here?
he got karma'd. That's for sure. No, that's impossible. Each Primiduck statue can only be handled by someone of that country. But by the very fact that Mr. Kuchiman's fingerprints are on this one, it leads me to only one conclusion. This statue is actually Babao's Primiduck statue.
Impossible! It can't be!
Larry never once set foot on Babylon's soil, so he was free to go. However, this new piece of information only served to confuse us even further. The ringleader of a snuggling operation was killed with an alabastian knife in Babao. And the Mask 2 was killed on Alabastian soil with Babao's national treasure. And the mystery of the great thief Yatagarasu, who visited both countries. The pieces were there, but I had yet to see the big picture they were to form. Is he speaking to us from the future? To be continued!
And we'll see you guys next time.
That's a lot.
As in right now.
As
As
in-
in right now.
Yeah,
because
let's
we only-
Let's get straight into the next part.